rock or rap or any of these things is that usually the performers use their instinct first and their intellect second. And so this stuff just comes out. I used to think that, you know, if I just had enough, if the lighting was right and the questions were right, I could be who I am. But I don't know who I am. And in fact, the one thing that really doesn't come off in the media is sincerity. That's a really pretentious thing to go for. So I threw that out the window and I went for bull. In the media, you know, we had read reports of megalomania and the like in the 80s when I thought we were very humble. But so I thought, well, okay, let's run with this megalomania thing. Let's see if we can have some fun with it. I get to play out that side of myself that probably wants to be a rock and roll star. You get into bands for all the wrong reasons. You know, you get into bands just to kind of just go, yeah! You know, and there is that aspect of rock and roll and that enjoys the pure surface of things. So, but that's okay. I took off my glasses and tried to and be, you know, sincere folks, you know, then that's when people go, hey, no, I don't like that guy or trust him. People prefer artifice. I'm not so sure if we are a rock and roll band anymore. I mean, I don't know what it is we've turned into, but whatever it is we've turned into, it has to be able to take on anything it wants to. I think the moment that made the most impression on me in 1993 has got to be standing in Wembley Stadium in London, trying to communicate with some people in Sarajevo. Are you there? Hello, in Sarajevo?
Bono. I hear you, Bono. Hello, London.
There was an astonishing annihilation of a small group of people in this city going on the edge of Europe. And you couldn't read about it in the newspapers. So we decided to put Zoo TV at their service.
I know that you are having now a very nice time listening famous music of U2. We in Sarajevo and Bosnia used to listen that kind of music. Unfortunately, now we are listening just sound of granites, crying children, raping women, wounded and tortured people.
We knew it would make the concert uncomfortable, and we knew it would make performance after it uncomfortable. But the theory of Zoo TV is about hard cut and juxtaposition.
Far away, so close, up with the static and the radio, with satellite television. You can go anywhere.
From U2's perspective, we still feel as strong and maybe even stronger on certain subjects, but we found different ways of saying them. There was a big charity do for Frank Sinatra. I mean, he was performing at it. The tables were like, I don't know, $25,000 a table, but we got in free. And, you know, I was sitting about a yard from Frank's foot. And it was one of those nights, his singing was just perfect. And I was blown away. It was like seeing my first punk gig. In fact, in the middle of it, he stopped the show and introduced us. And when we stood up in the spotlight, Frank just looked and said, #1 in America, got your face on Time magazine, but you didn't spend a dime on your clothes. So we thought, okay, as well as being great, he's also pretty cool. And then his people called my people years later and said, you know, you want to do a duet with Frank? I said, do I want to do a duet with Frank Sinatra? Yes. So I did.
Each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin.
I think you have to play it, but you have to have some fun with rock and roll, and that's also part of its essence, you know? It's handy not to be deep and meaningful all the time, if you know what I mean.